conclusion. That is what is called Siddhanta. Siddha Anta. So after considering everything, finally you conclude. And this conclusion is the truth. That is called Siddhanta. So the Siddhanta of the entire Shastra is the oneness. And you have to understand it. The plurality is certainly not the Siddhanta of the Upanishads. But unfortunately, in Hindu society, you see, in other societies, Upanishads, etc. are not the issue. They don't have Upanishads and they don't have the oneness, they have a religion. Some of the mystics have oneness and they teach oneness, even in other religions, like Christian mystics, Sufi mystics, they all teach oneness. But in the religion, certainly there is no oneness. Same is the case with Hindu religion also. In the Hindu religion, there is no oneness. It is all plurality, division only. But Hindu mystics means the Upanishadic people. They present the vision of the Shastra as oneness. This is the understanding. You see, I entered into a topic, so I will conclude it by saying just one more thing. During Shankara's time, the things were very clear. There was no mix-up. There is no muddying up of everything. The things were very clear. You can see that in his bhashyas. There were people who were interested in the divisions. And so what they did, they stayed with the karma. Because they looked at the Upanishads, they found the Upanishads do not support to these divisions. They are interested in division. Therefore what they have done, the Upanishads are not for us. So they gave them up. They did not bother to study them. They stayed with karma. Some kind of an honesty they had in those days. Some intellectual honesty. That's why Shankara could teach a few things. If Shankara comes now, he will run away, he won't teach anything. Because there is no intellectual honesty in the field of religion. Therefore, those people were like that. They were interested in divisions like Shabara, the Jaimini, Kumarala Bhatta. These are the Mimamsakas, Karma Mimamsakas, Shabara Swami. So all these Karma Mimamsakas, they stayed with Upanishads. They stayed with the Karma Kanda. They did not bother about Upanishads. I will leave it as long. Because it doesn't help us. It talks of oneness, we are interested in the divisions. That kind of honesty they had. In fact, they said, if you are interested in oneness, go there. They were honest enough to say that. And whosoever is interested in the oneness of reality, is Advaita, whosoever interested in that, they have put their love in Upanishads. That's why these people, they were called Aupanishadaha. Upanishadaha. These are the Upanishad people. And all Upanishadas invariably follow the doctrine of oneness. That was Shankara's time. There was a kind of demarcation, clear distinction like that. But Shankara came and went. He was an Upanishada. He was not a Karmi. Shankara was an Upanishada. And therefore, he said in Karmakanda there are divisions, true. But come to the Upanishads, here we examine all these divisions and we conclude that there are no divisions. This is what Shastra is teaching us. Like that he went through his birth. But Shankara came and went. And then came other, the religion is an evolving religion. And the people, they came up with newer and newer religions or modified versions of the earlier religions over centuries. And then they thought our religion will gain the validation by bringing the Upanishads into it. and present our religion as the message of the Upanishads. And therefore, they started entering into Upanishads. Instead of recognizing that the Upanishad is oneness, therefore it doesn't support the divisions that we are talking about. Therefore, let us leave them alone. Instead of doing that, what they did, they entered into the Upanishads and started distorting the Upanishads. So this is the Kali Yuga. And they have done their job for 100, 200 years. By then, the general public, they have lost the vision that Upanishads talk of oneness. That vision is lost. Now the situation is so muddied up, so a common man, he doesn't know whether the Upanishads mean oneness or they mean multiple. They don't know. The same Upanishads are presented as oneness, the same Upanishads are presented as a division by different people. Therefore, you don't know what is going on. A common man fails to understand. So this kind of mix-up or muddying up of the philosophy with religion, instead of maintaining the distinction, so it happened during the time. So this is an unfortunate development. And that question that was put to me, what is the message of the Shastra, whether it is oneness or the division, so that came from that kind of muddying up situation. So anyway, this I have mentioned to you just to make the point one more time, namely the teaching of the Shastra is oneness. Sarva Vedanta Siddhantaha iti Vedanta Dindima. So, you see, what is your vision? You see, a person's life is dictated by the vision the person has. There is a vision. It could be false, it could be irrational, but still there is a vision. This is how the person looks at life. That is his vision of life. And therefore now his conduct, his entire life is guided by that vision. You see, there was one person, I met him in California. So he told me, Swamiji, people are talking of Vedanta and all that, even my wife also wants to study Vedanta and all that, which is fine, and I appreciate you are teaching it, but for me, I want to make 1 million. I told, God bless you, please do that, because that is his vision. 1 million. 1 million, if I have, my life will be fine. That is his vision. And now you cannot make him come and sit in the Vedanta class. It doesn't work for him. So that is his vision. Now whatever he does, whatever action he undertakes, it will be in keeping with that vision. Therefore, so the vision of life, how do you see life? That is very important. So, we want to adopt the vision of the Shastra. The Shastra's vision. That is what we want to adopt. Then the Shastra's vision is this. There can be a vision of oneness, Abheda Darshanam. Why don't you say Ekadarshanam? Why do you say Abheda Darshanam? Because it is not the vision of one really. It is the vision of absence of divisions. Because outwardly or superficially you see divisions, you experience divisions. But in reality there are no divisions. That's why the emphasis is on the negation of the divisions. It is not on the proclamation of oneness as much as it is on the negation of the divisions. Therefore, we may say oneness occasionally, but we would love to say Advaita. It is not many. Advaita is many. Advaita is two. Two means many. So two becomes many. That is how it is understood. Therefore, it is not many. No, it appears many. Yeah, that's why we are saying it is not many, because it appears many. So the appearance has to be negated. So Abheda Darshanam. There are divisions. We are experiencing the divisions, but the divisions are not real. This is a vision. Aveda Darshana. And there is another vision. Bheda Darshana. There are divisions, we experience divisions, and the divisions are real. This is Bheda Darshana. Now Shankara says, the vision of Abheda, divisions are not real. Oneness alone is real. That is the vision of Abheda. That liberates you from the bondage of samsara. Abheda darshanam mokshaha. Then the vision of Bheda. Bheda means, you see how the Bheda begins. I am different from the world. The world is different from me. The neighbor is different from me. I am different from the neighbor. He is the other, I am the other. The persons are all different. So this is how it appears to begin with. You see, I eat my breakfast, you eat your breakfast. So we are different. Certainly on the breakfast table, we are different. Then let us come to the field of religion. In the religion, it is not the breakfast that is important. What are you and what am I? I am a jiva with my punya and my papa. You are another jiva with your punya and your papa. Therefore we are different. That is religion. So once you decide that you are different, the other guy is different, then what about God? He is certainly different. Because once this difference or division becomes so ingrained in you, you cannot understand that the God that you worship is ultimately not different from you. Certainly not different from you. You may take him as different, but he is not different. So that vision, it remains at a distance. It won't come anywhere near. When you feel everything is different, then Ishvara is also different. And you take yourself to be a human form with 2 hands and 2 legs. Their hands and legs different. Like if you take a monkey or a cow, hands and legs are not different. Hands are legs, legs are hands. Whereas a human being, hands and legs are different. Therefore for you, Ishvara is also like that, having hands and legs different. Ishvara will not have hands and legs the same. He will have hands different, legs different. He will be standing like you are standing. Or he will be sitting like you are sitting. You sit in a chair, but Ishvara sits on a lotus, whatever. Something different. So this way, Ishvara is another gentleman, different. And then what about other devatas? They are all different. Like we are all here, we are all different. Many people are worshipping Ishvara, but they are all different. And there is a Mahatma or Acharya leading them in worship. He is different. He is different from everybody else. That's why he is leading the worship. If he is not different, he would have joined the crowd. He has not joined the crowd. He is different. He is superior. That is the different. And therefore he is closer to God. Therefore he can take all of you also to closer to God. Different. This is the Bheda Darshana. Everything is different. This is this difference, this vision of divisions is samsara. It is the bondage. This is how the Upanishads present. That is the Vakya. These verses of Vedanta Dindima, they are so profound. So the entire Vedanta he puts in one verse. Now you meditate upon it. You see, water and its bubbles, are they different? No. Water and its bubbles are one in essence. In appearance, they are different. But in essence, they are one. Similarly, The Jiva and Ishvara, or Ishvara and his Jivas, the Jivas that Ishvara created, they are different in appearance, but in essence they are one. They are not different, they are one. It is the Maya. Maya is the name given to ignorance. Why should you give the name Maya to ignorance? There is a special reason for it. Ignorance, you do not know the truth. That's why you see divisions. That means what? You are seeing divisions in the divisionless. You are seeing many in the one. You are seeing the changes in the changeless. You are seeing birth in the birthless. You are seeing death in the deathless. You are seeing motion in the motionless. My God, this is Maya. That is how the word Maya came. Maya is magic. Magic is that where you see things which are not there. That is the magic. If you see things which are there, you don't call it magic. He shows the hat, and inside the hat there is no chick. And you don't see the chick. You see the hat only. That is not magic. Inside the magic, you don't see the chick, and then you see the chick. That is the magic. The chick which is not there, you see now. That is the magic. Similarly, the divisions are not there? No, they are not there. But why do I see? That is the magic. Why I see divisions? Ignorance. That means what? This ignorance is the magic. In fact, magic requires ignorance. A magic show requires ignorance. Suppose you are very wise, there is no magic show. Suppose you say, I know these tricks, then the magic guy, he collects his items into a box and goes elsewhere. Okay, God bless you, he goes elsewhere. He won't show the magic. So, therefore, Maya, you see the divisions where there are no divisions, that is the Maya. And you see, we see the story of Rama, Sita and Lakshmana. Shri Ramakrishna used to say, they were walking in the forest, Rama is leading and Lakshmana is behind. He is the rear guard, he is behind. And in between Sita. And Lakshmana, he wants to see Rama, he has to look over Sita, then only he can see Rama, because she is standing in between. And so that is how you are the Jiva, and you want to know Ishvara, in between there is the Maya. Sita is the Maya. And so you are the Lakshmana, you want to know Rama, you have to overcome the Maya, then only you can see Ishvara. So like that Ramakrishna, Shri Ramakrishna used to say. That is his way of giving an example. So you see, we have to convert all these Devi Devatas into symbolism. We have to learn to see the spirit behind all these things. So even Rama, Lakshmana, Sita also, this is how he used to look at it. Therefore, Lakshmana is different from Rama. Rama is in the front and Lakshmana is in the back. They are different. They love each other, true, but they are different. Because Sita is in between. Similarly, as long as there is Maya in between, you are different from Ishvara. Otherwise, you are not different. You see, Shri Ramakrishna used to give another example also. There was a salt doll. This is the famous salt doll illustration. This means a doll made of salt. And this salt doll, it wanted to know the depth of the ocean. And so it jumped into the ocean. Now the question is, will it come back and report the depth of the ocean? No, it won't do that. Because as it jumped into the ocean, it merges in the ocean. So this is how the Jiva and Ishvara Bhakti operates. The jiva, he wants to worship Ishvara. Finding the depth of the ocean is something like worshipping Ishvara. So you want to worship Ishvara. And then you realize in the process, when the worship reaches its real conclusion, means you do karma yoga and the mind becomes pure, the maya becomes less and less, and then you continue this worship of the Shastra, Shravana, Manana, etc., Dhyanam and all that, then eventually the maya, the veil of maya is gone, and now you do not see Ishvara standing there opposite to you. That is not how you see Ishvara. You see Ishvara by merging in Ishvara. Like the river merges in the ocean. Having travelled all the distance, it ultimately merges in the ocean. That is the real bhakti. And therefore, the division, to begin with, there is the division, but in the reality, there is no division. And Shri Ramakrishna used to give one more example. Abheda darshanam mokshaha. That is what I am saying. He used to give one more example. You see, in the Ganga, where he lived, Ganga is a very wide river, and it is flowing into the ocean. Very big river it is. At Calcutta. Elsewhere it may be smaller, in the higher reaches of the Himalayas. So, to take bath in Ganga, so what they do, they put a bamboo stick across its along its flow. A bamboo stick, they fix it there. They put some poles like thing underneath the water and they fix a bamboo stick. So now you have water on the other side of the bamboo stick, that is the wide river, and then you have the same river on this side of the bamboo stick, so that you can take bath on this side for the convenience of people. So the idea is that you don't cross that bamboo stick, stay in this side only. If you cross it, you will be swept by the current. That is the idea, which is a good thing. So he says, this bamboo stick, it appears to divide the river. It doesn't divide the river. But you can see, when you see it, so you can see, it divides the river into this part of the river and that part of the river. And there is a vested interest in it. Namely, this part of the river is useful for taking sacred bath, and that part of the river is dangerous, so you don't go to that side. So now you have divided, and the division is very meaningful also, and you have to take the sacred bath. Therefore the division is important. Thank God somebody has divided the river by putting a bamboo there. Otherwise, so you cannot even take bath properly. Therefore, the division is there. You see the division, and there is a utility for the division. So this utility is the most dangerous thing. It muddies up the vision, and it covers the truth very effectively because of the utility aspect. Therefore, this is how they talk. These acharyas who propose division as the truth, they say, if you are the God, then what worship you will do? So that means to retain the worship, you retain the division. See that? So, and they say, if there is division, there is the joy of worshipping. If the division is gone, then there is no worship. Then there is no joy also. The flowers are there, very beautiful flowers. They have to be offered to God. Then only there is joy. You see this? Therefore, there are beautiful flowers and there is a joy in offering them to God, and therefore God should be different. It is like by putting the bamboo, the river is divided so that I can take bath this side and I don't go to that side, avoid danger. Therefore the bamboo, putting the bamboo is correct, dividing is correct, division is correct. That is the logic and argument. So Shri Ramakrishna used to say, in spite of utility and all that, the bamboo does never divide the river. It is only an appearance. Similarly, you are the awareful being. You are not the body-mind. You are the awareful being. And Ishvara is also Satyam Jnanam. He is an awareful being. You don't say Ishvara is a jada, insentient. He is a awareful being. You are a awareful being. Chaitanyam, what we say. You are the Chaitanya. Ishvara is also the Chaitanya. Then what is the difference between the two? The difference is this bamboo-like ego. So there is an ego. Ego means you identify with a given body-mind and create from that identification an entity, an unreal entity steeped in division. When you identify with the body-mind, what is the identification? So separate from the whole. That is the identification. So instead of identifying with all, which is not an identification, just you are using the expression. You are the all, but you identify with a part. It is like you say home. What is home? Home is a space only. Home is a space. But you divide the space using the walls and the roof. You divide the space and identify with a particular piece of the space. So that is how we call it a home. Similarly, the Chaitanyam is divided, that is God and this is me. And that me, where from it came? It came from identification with the body. So the identification creates the bamboo-like ego, which divides the reality into two, me and the other, which is not me. And this not me is the world. But then the world, who put the world in place? Not me. I did not put the world in place. Then there somebody must have put it in place, and that somebody is God. This is like that. This is how the division happens. Therefore, it is the bamboo-like ego which is responsible for the divisions, and the divisions are only an appearance. They appear so for an ignorant eye. For a wise man, the divisions which are only apparent but not real, so that is the abheda darshanam mokshaha. You see, you take the divisions as real, means taking the unreal as real, that is bondage. Falsehood is bondage, is the source of sorrow. In life, you have to understand one thing. There is sorrow. True. We are not denying that. There is sorrow. Then, what is it that causes the sorrow? The cause of the sorrow. You see, truth will not give sorrow. Truth liberates. It doesn't make anybody sorrowful. Truth liberates. Then, but I am sorrowful. Then what is the cause of it? Not the truth. You have to understand that. Truth doesn't make you sorrowful. There must be ignorance. And because of the ignorance, there is a falsehood. You take the unreal as the real. There must be falsehood. Then only there can be sorrow. You see, the Gita, this is how it begins. Gatasu nagatasuscha nanusochanti pandita. So, they are crying. Why are they crying? Because the person died. Come on, you don't cry. Why? Shri Krishna says you don't cry. Why? Because nobody died. How? Yeah, what is the person you call? The body. The body is lying before you. The body is ever insentient. It is a jada. It is like the bulb is fused. So the body is insentient. It is never alive, and it is lying before you. You can as well keep it if you wish. Some people want to keep the body. So that is what is called mummy. That is a civilization. The Pharaoh's civilization, that is a religious religion. They want to keep the body. Even in other religions, they want to keep the body. They don't want to burn it. They want to keep it. And they make a casket for keeping the body. And the one whose casket costs $5,000 is the luckiest person. The one whose body is put in a $100 casket is the poor guy, very unfortunate guy. What does it mean? So they want to keep the body. Anyway, so Shri Krishna says, the body is before you. Then prana, life. Life doesn't die. It is always there. It doesn't die. Like bulb is fused. So bulb is fused. So is it the death of electricity? It is not the death of electricity. Electricity doesn't die. It is shining in another bulb. This bulb is fused, true. But electricity is shining in another bulb. So you cry for what? So, but we are crying. That means you are ignorant, then only you cry. Death is falsehood. There is no death. There is nothing called death. It is false. And that falsehood means the false is taken as real. That makes you suffer. It is always like that. Always. Unless there is falsehood, there cannot be a sorrow. That's why Bheda Darshanam is false. That's why it binds, it gives sorrow. Abheda Darshanam is the truth. Therefore you are free, you are liberated. So you have to understand it that way. Abheda Darshanam moksha. Because some people say, what people say, what is Satya will give? So you have to have some asatya, then only you will get money or you will get joy or you will get pleasure. This is how they say. A businessman, he told me, why do you tell a lie? He told me, sir, you cannot do business without telling lies. No, truth you should have. No, truth won't give you food. They say like that in India. Truth won't feed your belly. Oh, you mean to say untruth feeds the belly? Yeah. Be untruthful, tell the lie and get money and belly is full. Take a bribe, belly is filled. Be truthful, your belly is not filled. This is the logic. From where? From India. Very unfortunate. The logic is wrong all the way. It is entirely wrong. Through and through wrong it is. Because truth liberates. Truth doesn't make you suffer. It is the falsehood that makes us suffer. So you have to understand that. Therefore you should know that falsehood makes you suffer. Division is false. Bheda darshanam, Bheda darshanaha samsaraha. That is the bondage. So this is a point to be appreciated well. You see, the vision of Vedanta, the Upanishads, is oneness. Sarva Vedanta Siddhanta. If you like oneness, you study Upanishads. For some reason, if you do not like oneness, there are people. One person told, I want to become a dog in Vrindavan rather than become one with God. Some kind of emotionalism. Because in Vrindavan, if I become a dog, there is the dust which has touched the feet of Lord Krishna, and I will be touching that dust. I will be rolling in that dust which has become pure or sanctified by touching the feet of Lord Krishna. Therefore, merging in Krishna doesn't appeal to me. Even a dog life in Vrindavan is wonderful for me. That is what a poet says. And all the people, they clap. Oh, what a wonderful thing he said. So this is what is called emotionalism. So if that is what appeals to you, then you do something connected to that. There is a thing called Chappan Bhog. So Krishna is different, you are different. And Krishna loves sweets. Why Krishna loves sweets? Because you love sweets. You don't know whether Krishna loves sweets or what. But because we all love sweets, in India we all love sweets. And therefore, Krishna also loves sweets. Many sweets, 56 of them. Japan. So that is the bad. There is joy in it. Okay, then in that case, you stay with some Purana, like Brahma Vaivarta Purana or something like that. Don't bother about Upanishads and all that. Leave them alone, because they won't help you. Therefore, the Siddhanta of the Upanishads is like that. One thing is said, then there is science. Science, not technology. Technology is an effort to use the truth of the science for comforts, for physical comforts, to make gadgets, etc. That is technology. Technology is not the point. Science, classical science, where you want to know the truth. You want to examine the truth. So you ask any scientist, any of them, great physicists or chemists or biologists, you ask them, what is reality? Is it divided or is it one? You ask them. Science is the discovery of the oneness in the multiple. That is how science is defined. I tell you an example. Here is a person who slipped and fell. There is a tree from which the apple fell. The moon goes round the earth. The earth goes round the sun. All are different events, no connection with each other. But science discovers the same truth which connects all these events. They are all connected by the principle of gravitational attraction. That made the person fall, that made the fruit fall from the tree. That is what keeps the moon going round the earth, and that is what keeps the earth going round the sun. Same principle of gravitational attraction. Same law. G is equal to, like that. So, K into M1 into M2 by R square. Same law applies wherever you go. You go to the Mars, now they are on the Mars, that rover is going round on the Mars. So it follows the principles of gravitation, same law. All calculations, same law. On earth, everywhere it is the same law. So events are many, the situations are many, but the underlying principle is one. That is called science. That is what science is. Objects are many, but the fundamental particle from which all these objects have come, that is one. That is the boson, Higgins boson, which is in newspapers nowadays. So every particle has a mass, and the mass is defined by the boson. That is what confers mass to. So table. What is table? Something heavy is the table. Chair, something, suppose the weight of the table is 0. The mass of the table is 0, then you don't have a table. You have a table because it has certain mass. And that mass is given to every particle by this particle called boson. I don't know much about it, very superficially I am saying. Therefore, the boson is the source of mass for this entire creation. That is what science is. It always arrives at oneness in the variety. That is what science is. Therefore, if you know the spirit of science, even biology, all biologists are Advaita people. Like Schrodinger is a physicist, he is an Advaiti. Huxley, The philosopher Huxley and there is a biologist Huxley. He is also an Advaita guy. They all see the truth of oneness in the variety. Therefore, Vedanta Upanishads present the principle of oneness. Science presents the principle of oneness. It is the religion which divides. Now, do we need religion? Yes, we need it. Because in the initial stages of life, where we take the divisions to be real, so you are dealing with divisions as though they are real. And therefore, you need a system in which there are divisions, but still you worship Ishvara. Somehow you try to connect to Ishvara. So that way religion serves a purpose, a role. Therefore we are not against religion. Shankara doesn't deny karma. You do your rituals, but know that the rituals which try to establish division as though it is real, they are a bondage. Even the rituals, though they are steeped in division apparently, they should lead you to the realization of oneness. That is called karma yoga. Therefore, science and Vedanta, they present oneness before you, and also the vision of oneness is a liberation from the bondage of samsara. And if you take division as real, wherever it is, it leads to bondage. Even in the family, I am one with the family. That vision keeps the family intact, united, together, and everybody will be happy. I am different, they are different. But that is the beginning of conflict. Wife and husband, we are one. There is love. They are apparently different, but there is love. Love is unity in division. That is what love is. There is division physically, but there is a unity in the vision. That is what love means. There is no love if division is the truth. There is love proves that there is love proves that the division can be transcended and oneness is the truth. And therefore, wife and husband, they are one. Then there is no conflict. No, wife is different, the husband is different, her economy is different, his economy is different, her career is different, his career is different. Then the conflict is waiting in the corner. Or already there is conflict. By saying that they are different, you have already put conflict in place. It may remain subsided for the sake of, for some convenience sake. It is called mutual coexistence or convenient. There is a convenience in staying together. Therefore, the conflict remains under the wraps. But the conflict can flare up any moment. Therefore, division is not the truth. And division is not happiness. Division is bondage. Oneness, which is love, that alone is happiness. This is the division. Therefore, whether it is a social life or family life, oneness liberates. Oneness makes you happy. Division makes you unhappy. So that is the verse. Abheda darshanam mokshaha bheda darshana samsaraha bheda darshanam. Like that. We'll come back. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Shanti Shanti Hari Om Tat Sat Shri Krishna.